G'day all, we're back again. Part 2, TTR250 build. Okay, so last night I think it was, we got up to, what did we get up to? We got up to, yeah, building this, bottom end basically. So now we're going to put all the clutch and all that sort of stuff on it and just continue on. I've got the oil pump here. Plenty of rags, everything's cleaned and prepped, and nice clean workbench is what you want. New gasket, so we're just going to poke along and do a few of these little things. So I'm not going to record every single thing going on it, because in all honesty, if you're capable of doing this, you're capable of putting all these little bits and pieces back on. And I like to use new gaskets regardless, especially on things like oil pumps. It's just good insurance. You just don't know whether it's, you know, we talk about oil pressure, which is basically the life of these machines. So yeah, I'll throw a few things together and we'll get started on it and go from there. So oil pump first, then select the mechanism and all that. Then I've got a little trick I'm going to show you. Yeah, so one thing that I just want to say, this is where a lot of people having an attempt at this at home will fail. Tension wrench, torque wrench. You guys need to get one of these in various different guises. You know, we've got all different types, different ranges, that sort of thing. Because one thing that I see a lot of internal components in engines that have come loose because people have had a crack at it at home, which is great, but they've come loose, and you know, once you've got something internally that comes loose, wow, you've got yourself issues. So basically what I'm saying is, tension wrench, look up your specs and tighten to specs. And once you've done that, you can kind of sign off it and go, yep, I'm good. And it makes a big difference. So, yeah. Another thing I want to say as well is people probably do this, maybe they don't, I'm not sure, but this is what I do. When I split a motor, everything goes into little, these little kitchen sandwich bags or whatever. All the components that go together. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to have like a one for every single, you know, like every single nut and bolt, but just like a sub-assembly. And what that does is it keeps things in order. You don't lose anything. So here we go. Like I got the shifting cam tensioner coming out of the bag. One thing you need to do is check for little springs and things like that. Now, I just want to say something. I see this a lot. With certain bolts that you're going to put Loctite on, there's a low strength Loctite. It's very important to clean the thread. Get rid of any oil. I use brake cleaner. Get rid of any oil, anything like that. So you're giving a chance for the Loctite to actually do what it's designed to do. So that being said, you know, it's going to help out. You don't need much Loctite, so I put a fair bit on that actually, but it's low strength, so I'm not stressing or anything. So you can give it a wipe. It's in the threads. Yeah. So remember, that's a couple little tips there. Little sandwich bags. Clean your threads, especially when you're applying Loctite. And check your little bags before you throw them in the bin. You know what else? And I see this so much. How can you work on motorbikes without T-bars? I don't know. I just see so many people that don't use them. I've got them for all the major sizes you have in motorcycles. 8, 10, 12 and 14. Don't get me started on 13 because that will fucking get me mad. I've got a bit of OCD when it comes to 13mm nuts on motorcycles. They don't belong there. Anyway, I've had a rant. Yeah, so T-bars, you don't need to buy snap-on ones like what I've got here. Just a good quality one that fits well in the head. They're just so handy to have. And I honestly don't know how you could build a motorcycle motor without them. I guess it's just whatever you get used to. It's whatever you get used to in your hands. Yeah, so anyway, another little tip there. Blue Point makes some really good ones. Yeah, right. God, I love the Tea Party. They're just awesome. Righto. It's all starting to come together nicely. So we've got the selector shaft in, we've got the oil pump in. We're moving on. I like mine to sit up on a little steel tin that I've got here. Holds it nice, up a bit higher, and keeps the pressure off the output shaft and off the crankshaft, so you can make little adjustments as you're going. It's just one of my little knacks that I have. Ooh, cover me with sleep. We've all got those friends, or they've all got that one friend who is absolutely useless with spanners to the point it makes you cringe. We've all got one. I'm not going to mention who mine is, but we've all got one. And no matter what happens, no matter how much you teach them, they just keep doing stuff that you go, oh, no, don't do that. And yeah, well, I've got one of those, and I quite regularly have to bail him out of trouble with any of his machines. Alright, nice little set of snap-on reversible clips, nice little set of expander clip there, just making sure that it's not deformed or distorted before you put them back on, which is a great idea, and just double check that everything's fine there, it's all good. Alright, make sure that it seats on both ears. Beautiful. Don't forget your little, when you do your nut on the end of your crankshaft, to fold up your tabs. Very important. It won't stop your nut from coming loose if you haven't done it to tension. It will stop the nut from coming off and totally destroying your crank. And generally, if it does come loose, you'll feel a bit of a vibration or a bit of a clunk, and you'll know that something ain't right. Alright, we're going to put the clutch on. A little bit of oil goes up into there, just a little drop, you don't want much, just to keep everything nice and wet. Oh wait, hang on, people are saying, Matt, you idiot, you forgot to put all your idler gear in your kickstart assembly. What are you doing? Why have you done that? It's got to go in first before your clutch. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Here's me little trick, folks. Right, what I'm actually doing, I'm deleting the Kickstarter, getting rid of it altogether. So there's your output shaft seal there. I've bought a blanking plug. You can get these in any size you want. I'm going to pop that onto there, just like that. Now, because one of the reasons why we buy these TTRs and not an XR, apart from, you know, whether you like Yamaha or Honda, and as a mechanic, I like both because they're both really good. You buy it because of the kickstart. You buy the Yamaha because it's got that button. Right, so I'll tell you what, here we got idler gear. What's this? Right. Kickstart mech. And one bloody heavy steel kickstarter, deleted, gone. We've got 3¼ pounds gone which is 1.4 kilos. 1.4 kilos gone out of the equation. How good's that? Because I've never, in the whole time I've owned this bike, used the Kickstarter.